Welcome back to the CS Podcast. I am your host, Chris Shanafel, and I am now joined by 2014 NFL Draft prospect, defensive tackle out of Arizona, Tevin Hood. Thanks for joining the show, Tevin. How's it going, man?
Good. Thanks for having me on. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great, and I gotta say it's a pleasure to have you on, man. Now, I'm gonna start off by just saying, your journey to the University of Arizona is quite an interesting one. As you first attended Duke and walked onto their football team, and they told you that if you played well at Duke, that they would offer you a scholarship. You decided to transfer to the University of San Diego, and that was when you suffered a knee injury. And from what I understand, that you were thinking about walking away from your football career right then and there. Is that about right?
Yeah, the only difference in that is Duke told me they'd offer me a scholarship before the school year started if I had made the team at camp. So I know sometimes they like to twist their words, but aside from that, yeah, everything was real. I thought I was going to walk away from it at San Diego after I injured my knee. Had a lot of time off. We were thinking, I want to keep doing this to my body. This is what I really want to do. It's kind of a dark time.
Okay, so a question about Duke. So you said they told you that they would offer you a scholarship just if you made the team. How disappointed were you that you made the team and no scholarship came your way?
It was definitely disappointing. I think that's like one of the major defining moments in my football career. Not everything is going to go the way you want it to go. There's always going to be some hardships. So more than anything, it's taught me you can't always take people's word at face value. I probably should have done more research, followed more avenues to make sure what Coach had said was true or possible even. But I didn't do that. I took his word at face value, and because of that, I was left in a lurch. But, I think it was a learning experience more than anything.
Well, you've been at the University of Arizona for a little bit now, and can you just tell us how this opportunity to attend and play football at the University of Arizona came up after, thinking that, maybe your football career would be over after that knee injury you suffered?
Yeah, I had at University of San Diego, they get about a month off for winter break, so I was home, and my brother, Jackson Hood, who's now at ASU, was a senior taking his official visits, and he had an official visit scheduled for the University of Arizona, so he asked me to drive him down, so I drove him down, and while I was down there, I had a chance to talk to Coach Ragel, who was head coach of Chaparral, formerly, I know from high school, and I kind of voiced my concerns to him about I didn't know if I want to keep playing. He said, I have every confidence that you can play at the highest level. We can give you a shot here. If you want to walk on and take your chances, that kind of rekindled my desire to want to compete, and play this game that I love.
I know you said you knew this coach from the University of Arizona in the past, but did you have a tough time, kind of taking his word, trusting him from your experience at Duke?
Well, with him it was straightforward. He made no promises, no offers or anything. He just said, we can give you a spot to come out in the spring and, walk on. And I was like, hey, that's enough for me because as far as I had, played or been involved with other teams, that was the best chance I had been given. So I was down for that.
And you guys have been playing some really good ball over there, finishing the 2012 season with an 8-4 record. And just this past season, you guys finished 7-4. Overall, how would you describe your experience at the University of Arizona and, just being an Arizona Wildcat?
I think we definitely laid down a foundation for a really good, bright future for Arizona. Coach Rod came in, right at spring of 2012, had a short period of time to get the team ready under his new system, and we really, I think, flourished under that. We had some players from the older system, so, you had a different style offense, completely different defense. But I think we're able to adapt and, come into our own in that aspect. And that lays down, a really solid foundation for future Wildcat teams.
Now, this may sound weird, but if people know you or even follow you on Twitter at thood98, they know that the word flourish is very popular in your vocabulary. Can you just tell us, why that is?
I can't give a specific point in time, but I just remember reading it and thinking, I like the way this word sounds, and then, defining it and everything. To me, it means just doing everything to the fullest, to the highest degree. So basically, in layman's terms, balling out of control. So, doing everything you can to maximize everything. And for me, this is a way of life. So, I have a tattoo on my wrist, and I always remind myself, flourish in everything you do.
Who would you say has been the biggest inspiration throughout the ups and downs of your football career, Tevin?
My high school coach, Steve Bellis, was really good to me. After transferring once and expecting I wanted to transfer again, he told me, you have to do what's right for you, but you make sure you don't lose yourself in that. But another really inspiring to me is A.B. Chroma. He was one of my teammates at Duke. Now he's playing up in Canada. And he told me no one can look out for you the way you look out for yourself. And at the time, I didn't really, grasp that. I was like, yeah, that's true. Thanks, man. But then the more I thought about it, I was like, wow, that's true. Like, no one can truly do for you what you can do for yourself. So that stuck with me. And I appreciate that coming from him.
Chris Shanfeld talking with Tevin Hood, defensive tackle out of the University of Arizona and 2014 NFL draft prospect. Tevin, has any of your former teammates or alumni from the University of Arizona reached out to you and give you any advice to what to expect in the NFL?
I can't say I have. I know it's been a short period of time, and I didn't make too many connections with the former teammates while I was here. So that's probably my own fault, but no, I haven't really heard from any of them in that aspect.
Well, we have an Arizona Wildcat here in Chicago. It goes by the name of Lance Briggs, and I'll tell you what, man, we're looking for some more depth at defensive tackle, man. What would you think? How would you like to be in Chicago and be a Chicago Bear and just be a part of this legacy of the great defenses that this team has had?
That'd be a fantastic opportunity, and I love nothing more. Chicago's defense is a storied football franchise, and the great players they've had from Buckets to all the way down to Briggs. I heard those guys. They really play defense the way it's supposed to be played. So to be a part of something like that would be great.
Hey, that's great to hear, man. Tevin, what would you say has been the most memorable play of your college football career?
There's been a couple really memorable plays, but probably the most memorable would be the 2012 season when me and my teammate Reggie Gilbert, we sacked Matt from SC. It was a 7-yard loss. It wasn't the end of the game, but it really set the tone, kind of helped us seal off our defensive stand against the SC offense. And there's a lot of photos of that we have around the locker room and stuff. And it really just like a defining moment to the type of defense we want to run in Arizona.
All right. If you would compare yourself to a player currently playing in the NFL, who would you say that would be and why?
I used to like to say Darnell Dockett, but I'm realistic. I'm not at all a great technique. I like to say DJ Raji. He got kind of a similar build, similar height, similar weight, and the way we play is kind of the same. Really a strong presence in the interior. Dynamic, move bodies, penetrate, make tackles, and really disrupt the flow of the offense.
B.J. Raji, man, come on, man. We were just talking about the Chicago Bears. Now you're going to bring up a Green Bay Packer? I would play no team, All right. Let's say for whatever reason there's an NFL general manager out there listening to this very interview. Why should he want Tevin Hood, defensive tackle out of the University of Arizona, on his team?
I think he would want Tevin Hood because he brings an attitude and an understanding of the game that a lot of players don't. Comes from a hard-nosed style defense, very adaptable, able to play several different positions in the inside. Definitely more than anything, the hardness mentality from Arizona. We don't back down no matter the size of the opponent, no matter the reputation or the score. We fight to the very last minute. And I think that, I bring that with me every down, and that's what makes me invaluable to a defense.
I know recently you began training for the NFL Combine. Can you tell us, some things that you're doing in those training sessions, and just give us an update on how it's all going?
Yeah, I'm working with prolific athletes out of San Diego. They're doing a lot of good stuff. We do a lot of speed work, a lot of position drills. That stuff's really, really helpful because, the 3-3 we run, it's really more about reps than position drills that have you available. So being able to work more, change your direction, 3-cone, 40s, and that type of stuff has been really helpful. Then on the weight side of it, getting the numbers up is always a bonus. Can't wait to test those.
Now, have you?
Really, it's just been going well.
Tevin, have you officially received an invite to the NFL Combine that'll be taking place next month?
No, I have not.
Well, what are your thoughts on that? I mean, does that encourage you more to go out there, and does that make you even more hungry to, achieve this dream of yours?
Yeah, that's not getting invited to that. I didn't take it as disrespect necessarily, but I think that shows that I might be under the radar, and that me going out testing in pro day and showing what I can do in the All-Star game is really going to be a key to my success.
How excited are you just for all this stuff to take place? Not only the NFL Combine, whether you're there or not, your pro day, the 2014 NFL Draft in a whole. Are you confident that you'll be hearing your name called up to the podium? And, just how excited are you just for all this stuff to, begin?
It's been a dream, as long as I played football for this to be even a possibility. So now that it's become a reality, it's great. It's crazy to think about. But yeah, I have the utmost confidence that once I test for pro day and once I play the All-Star game, people take notice and know what I can do, and then look at my film and know I've been doing that for the past 2 seasons. So I'll hear my name called at that podium.
And here's my final question for you, Tevin, and it's one of my favorite questions to ask these NFL draft prospects, and that is, have you even been able to, think that the next time you suit up for a football game, chances are that it'll be for an NFL team out there?
It's crazy to think about. I haven't even really started to wrap my head around that, but, trying to grasp that is it's a great thing, so even that to be an option, let alone a possibility, is unreal.
Hey, Tevin, it's been a pleasure speaking with you, man. I'm really wishing you nothing but the best of luck, and I really hope we could keep in touch. Before I let you go, is there anything you'd like to plug on the air for myself and our listeners, man?
I'd like to say, follow your dreams, and above all else, flourish.
Hey, sounds great, man. Take care, all right?